Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Kal Kavalech, and what in the world is Blades of Fire? Or more specifically, Blades of Fire demo released today. Yes, brought to you by Mercury Steam, published by 505 Games, I believe. Mercury Steam, of course, are the ones who brought to you the old Castlevania Lords of Shadow games, 1 and 2. They were fantastic games, actually. And more recently, they brought you the Metroid Dread game. Very well received as well. This is more towards the Castlevania than Metroid Dread, but we'll discuss that as we go. It's an action RPG, and a very good one at that, but it definitely brings some new quirks, let's say, to the table, and possibly not the best in terms of graphical fidelity, but let's hold off on that before we get there. Obviously, once again, this is a first impression series, so not a full review, and obviously being a demo, it's definitely a first impressions. But I thought I wanted to bring this one to you today because it's kind of not getting a huge amount of love, and I think it needs some. So let's jump into the settings first and have a little look around here. Obviously, just the PS5 version. Don't expect the largest of settings options, but they've got some nice stuff in here. So you can change the size of all the in-game icons, you know, all that good thing. This is kind of basic. I mean, it's more than we've seen in Imperial there recently, but it's a nice little kind of thingy. You got your lock-ons, you can change your outlines. This will kind of come into play more when I explain, you know, the game features, I suppose, in case you're wondering what outline means. It'll be easier to explain when I show you the combat. Damage fauna, a nice little option, I suppose, if you're vegan, I suppose, or if you just don't want to see little wildlife animals getting harmed and killed. I like it. It doesn't harm anybody, and some of the creatures are damn cute, so I don't fully blame them not wanting to have them killed. Superfluous, but a nice little option. Data collection. People might look at this and go, "Ooh, red flag." It's nothing really. It's just so they can, you know, gather, see how people are playing the game, and probably balance things from there. Nice that they tell you about it anyway. Subtitles on or off. We'll stick them on for the video just in case. You can change the size, the usual stuff here. It's nice to have options for colors in case people can't see things or whatever. Save changes. Yes, thank you so much. I should have hit apply. Now it does take a second to do that, but that's okay. Now, obviously, some of these settings will probably be different in the main game. This is a demo, but it's still nice to have a look. Camera shake and bobbing, in case people get sick doing that. Now, it is a third-person action game, so it's not as bad, but I know some people don't like it. Camera movement on special attacks. This can get annoying if you're not into the camera swinging all the time. I think it's lovely and fluid, but the options there turn it off. Field of view. A lot of people don't think it's needed for third-person games. I think it's a nice option to have, and you know what? I actually felt that the original, which was, I think it was at 60, I believe, when the game starts, I actually feel like that was far too close to the character. So if you are playing and you think, oh, the camera's very close, turn up the field of view. I'm telling you, I'm really glad that's an option. Really glad. Think about it in terms of the new God of War games. If you were to pull that camera back a bit, some people would prefer it, and I think it does work very well. Controls. Now, they don't let you rebind the controls, unfortunately, especially since they're slightly strange. With PS5, I always think that doesn't really matter too much because I can just rebind the controls myself, but having to do it myself is a bit, you know. Other than that, the usual fare. Who knows, maybe in the main game they'll allow you to do that, but this is where we fall apart. Graphics, there is nothing but the gamma. That's it. That's all you get. No motion blur, no anything like that. Now, I don't think the motion blur is bad in this game by any means, but I personally hate motion blur, so I'd like to turn it off. But yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, there's definitely not a lot of option here, which is what it is, I suppose. But anyway, just got to change it when you change anything. Now, I do like the sound options. I always love when they give you separate audio sliders. This game balances everything quite nicely anyway, but it's nice to have that option. I turned this off just in case. It shouldn't come through my controller anyway, because I have a headset plugged in, but just in case it did, I turned it off. So that's the options. Let's jump into the game, and I can show you some of it. Now, our first kind of hiccup, and it's going to make a fool of me now. No, it's not. I'm playing on a PS5 Pro, and by no means am I saying this is a slow loading screen, because it's not. It's not a slow loading screen. But when you first load into the game, you will be left waiting. I don't know if that's even worse on different systems. Welcome to Blades of Fire, everybody. The first thing you might note is that while it's a striking game, I think it looks lovely. I think it's a gorgeous game, but it wouldn't be the most graphically incredible game. Again, by no means do I see this fully as a drawback myself, but I know some people might look at this and go, this looks like an older game. Yes and no. There's a lot of things in this game I don't think older games could have handled, like that draw distance. Look at that. Like, you can see way far out there. That's a fucking great view. And this is only the first kind of area. And this is very much the style of, we will be down there later on. We can see this blue thing in the distance. We will be there. Like, you know, all this type of thing. But, yeah, I mean, some of the texture quality is a little, like, not even texture quality. Like, look at that grass. It's not the greatest. But again, not the worst. And I personally find the graphics, I don't know, in a way charming. There's something about it. There's something about it. Anyway, who are we and what is happening? Well, we are Aaron. I know, Aaron. What a name. Aaron Delira, which is, again, what a name. And we have a friend with us. His name is Azdo Dzlek. He gets a cooler name than we do. Obviously, I'm trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible, though this is a demo, so you could play it whatever you like yourself. But to avoid many spoilers, I'll just give you a brief outline. Basically, good old... Let's look at his face. I mean, I actually do like the facial animations in this game. But good old Azdo comes with his friend to get us, who is supposedly some type of incredible builder or weaponsmith. After the Queen has turned all weapons into stone. And then, yeah, it doesn't go very well, basically. And so we set off on an adventure to right the wrongs of the world and kill the Queen. Which actually, I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do at any time. First of all, let's get a bit of combat in us. I did start this demo again, just so I can show you some stuff. It's a very unique combat system, very unique. So, unlike other games, where you will find yourself, killing that nice man like that. Unlike other games, where you'll find yourself hammering the R1 button or maybe the square button if it's an action game. This game works very differently. So if I was to hit square right now, I will swing from left to right. If I hit circle, right to left. Triangle hits above, X hits down below. So basically, it's directional combat, a bit like those games like Mordehau, is that what it's called? And things like that, where you basically can hit different body parts and stuff. You see the green outline. We'll get more into the outline as we go, but yeah, there's a lot of systems here, and I'm just going to state it from this point right now. I think this game has one of the most unique and fun and interesting combat systems, and I think it overrides the graphics for me. So as you can see, so his head is armored more than his body. So if you look at that outline again, you can see that the hits to the body are going to do full damage. The hits to the head, not as much. Not going to do a lot of damage at all. You're getting stuck on me, my friend. I can also switch stances with this sword to do more thrusting attacks. The thrusting attacks are slightly more effective against his head, but not as effective as, say... Ooh, nice. Ooh. As, say, a strike to the body. Now, you have your dodges. You have your... Oh, shit. You have your... Hold on. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Oh, I blocked behind me. I didn't even know you could actually do that. You have your dodges on the L1 button, which is an unusual one, I know. But, oh, now he has an armored arm. And I fell right into his trap by letting him hit me. Oh, chop that nice man's arm off, though. Ha 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 ha. Glorious, yes.
Well done, lad.
Now, you can hear they are chattering while I'm trying to fight. Actually, we'll talk about that afterwards, because this game does something that I really rather like. But more about the combat. So, dodges. And you can see... Actually, I'll show that when I kill this. Let me kill this man. Die, please. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Apologies, by the way, if I sound a bit sniffly or anything. I am nursing a bit of a cold at the moment. So, up at the top left there, you can see the green bar. That's my health. You can also see then underneath it a blue bar. That's my stamina. If I hold L2, he blocks. You can also use that as a parry. Nice little parry animation there. Hold on, let me just run and kill this man very quickly. Oh, yes. Glorious. So as you swing, you will use your stamina, like every game. And you will get slower and slower at swinging as you run out of stamina. But holding L2 builds your stamina back up extraordinarily quickly. And then there's perfect parries and the rest of that. So you got that nice mix of having to target different body parts that might be armoured or unarmoured, and then also using different stances, depending on if a thrusting attack might be better or a slashing attack might be better. And then there's different types of weapons. I have two at the moment. This is a crushing weapon, as you can imagine. Slower attacks, but well, let me just show you what we can do with a crushing weapon before we go on. This nice man sitting down here will do rather nicely. Oh, yes. So, I mean, look, it might not be the most graphically amazing kill I've ever seen in my life, but it certainly felt like one of the most amazing kills I've ever done in my life. The feeling this game gives you is possibly better than any other fucking game. It is fucking amazing. Now, I was talking about something this game does that I wish other games would do. So, this game is a bit like God of War, the newer God of Wars, where you have Kratos, big burly man, and Boy, smaller, less burly man, with his chest out apparently, I didn't realise that, who comes behind you and watches the combat and tells you, oh, I can see how you can fight them now. And unlike Boy, he doesn't help in combat though, which is, you know, well, for now, maybe he does later on in the game, I'm not sure. But for now, anyway, he does not help in combat. Let's have a look in here, actually. And, ooh, sneaky little treasure chest. Thank you very much, I'll have that. Very nice. Refilled my health and gave me some gems. But we'll talk about the upgrade systems as we go. Yeah, so something that they do great in this game is that, unlike Boy, he can shut the fuck up. You can tell him to go back to base at any time, so I can just say, hey, you, go back. Well, actually, before we do that, you can actually talk to him at any time, unlike Boy. And he will have different bits of information about things, so he might know something about this hamlet. Let's have a listen to some voice acting.
Kid, what do you know about this place?
The abbot and I passed by here on our way to your cabin. There were no soldiers there. I got the impression it was a safe place to live.
Not anymore.
The Forge's Sea is to the south, not too far away. To the north, the Doyen Graves and the Iron Castle. To the west, the Crimson Fort.
I see Doran taught you well. You could prove useful to me yet, lad.
It's good. It's good voice acting, I have to say. And in the cutscenes, which hopefully we'll get to one, the facial animations are actually really, really solid. I quite like it. For a game that, in some ways, it's only certain ways doesn't look great. In other ways, it looks fantastic. You know? It's a strange mixed bag. Maybe it's just the demo build, I don't know, but it's a weird mixed bag. But yeah, so you can talk to him at any time about that. You can also look in your thingy, and he will... in your menu, and he will update enemies depending on how many times you kill them. He'll also draw little pictures of them, which I think is the coolest goddamn thing, because you can see him building them as he gets used to the enemy. Forges will, trust me, we'll get into the forge in a bit. That's, yeah, we'll learn about that as we go. But if you are fed up with listening to him, as some people do, which I don't know why you would, to be honest, because actually the interactions between them, I think, are actually very well voice acted and a lot less annoying than other games. But if you did want to get rid of it at any time, if you just click right on the...
Send the kid back to camp.
On the arrow keys there, he will go back to camp. And now he's no longer here. There's actually sometimes reasons to do that. He will say, oh, if I was back in camp now, I could draw a picture for you or something, you know. But you can also call him back at any time. And so, yes, I was getting it correct. Where is he?
Can't you handle this on your own?
Oh.
I'm reading.
Oh, I'm reading.
Wait, I can't.
Their interactions with each other, I have to say, are really, really well done. I really like them. They're very charming. Yeah, so let's dispense with the formalities, shall we? And let's get to our yes, your weapons wear down. It's actually telling me in the corner there.
Curious looking statue.
This is actually going to help us as well. A forger's
First men
deity.
carved hundreds of these in wood and scattered them all around the world.
Oh,
We'll find many on our journey.
will we now?
They're said to reward any who bear the weapon they hold.
Any who bear the weapon they hold.
New parts that you can use to upgrade your weapons when forging.
Oh, and forging, you say? Yes, as I said, let's dispense with the formalities and get into the main crux of this game. After I kill this nice man. Which perfectly actually brings me to unlocking a new weapon type. As you kill enemies, you will... Oh, so see, he's fully red, so I'm not going to do any damage to him with this. I'm not that either. Crushing weapon's better. Oh, I am dead now. But you're dead first. Thank you very much. So as you kill enemies, you will learn more about them and the weapons they hold. Look at the little rabbit thing, it's so cute. And then you find your bonfires, which is one of these, an anvil. Smash the anvil, you can rest, you can travel, you can repair your weapons. Repair your weapons, you say? That doesn't sound good. Well, let's get into the conceit of the game. Excuse me, I apologize. By going here to the Forge of the Gods, as they call it. Which I have to say, the teleporting is very quick. So here we are at the Forge of the Gods. One of the best looking areas in the game. Look at this shit. This is so cool looking. This is so fucking cool looking. So as you've seen throughout the game, I've been smashing items, I've been breaking things, I've been picking up items off of enemies that I kill, the whole shebang. If I come over here, the main thing of this game is building as many different weapons as you can. I need more iron. Okay, I could probably make another hammer. I'll make another hammer. Just because, unfortunately, I don't have enough, steel. Actually, no. I'll do it properly. I'll do it properly, and I'll go and get some more iron. I'll go get some more iron. It shouldn't take me too long. There's shit everywhere in this game, believe me. And you can see here how, once you load into the game, this loading screen, not as bad. It still takes a little bit, but it's not too bad. Oh no, you've reforged all, you've respawned all the enemies. I actually haven't. It only respawns enemies when you die or when you rest. So actually no enemies that I've killed will be back yet. Which is nice. Now, what's going on here? Let us go smash these, see if there's any. Aha! See? Got some iron. Perfect. I think that's all we needed as well. Does it tell me in my... I wonder, will it tell me in my thing? Forger Scrolls. It does tell me here. So you can see in your Forger Scrolls you will unlock more. At least in the demo there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. I think 6 actually. 6 different weapon types that you will unlock. There is a 7 here, I know, but you don't actually unlock that one in the demo. But there's 6 different weapon types you can unlock in this demo, and they're all fucking cool. So you can see what you need for them. And as you go and as you do different things, you will unlock more types of iron and steel and things like that. But what do we do with it? Well, as I said, let's try this again for the second time. Fuck's sake, Cal. You come over here and you check out what sword you want to make. This is the most in-depth crafting system for a sword I think I have seen in a long fucking time. It is cool as shit. So, what type of blade do we want? Well, I only have enough iron to make a 32-inch blade, so that's what we'll have to do. But we'll be making more as we go, trust me. You make lots of weapons in this game. As you can see, though, it changes so many different attributes by changing the length of the blade. Yes, it's going to do more damage. It's going to have more momentum when you swing it. It's going to have more slashing damage. It's going to do all that. But it's going to have less parry time. It's going to be heavier, so it's going to take more stamina to swing. It's going to be heavier, so it's going to take more to dodge. You know? So you got to choose. Then you choose what type of steel you want. You know? You can do this. It'll give me more block, but slightly less damage, you know? Same with this. You know, you can really build a blade. This is going to give me more damage here. So actually, we've just upgraded some damage there. What type of thing do I want? I think I'm going to go with this one. Yes, it'll give me less durability and sharpening, but it'll give me more stamina, more damage, more penetration. It might not always be the thing you want to do, but it certainly gets the job done, as they say. And it will change the visuals of the sword too, which is cool. Same with the pommel, or sorry, this would be the hilt rather, wouldn't it? Yeah, this would be the hilt of the sword. So it's literally a weaponsmith's wet dream, can I just say. That's only going to give you negative. And obviously at the beginning you don't have a lot of choice, but as you go, you know, it's going to you're going to get more different types of steel, you're going to get different types of wood, you're going to get different designs for swords by killing different types of enemies, you know. And there's you can see all the different things that'll tell you, you know, information about it. You can not care about any of this, just throw whatever on and make the easiest sword you want. But there is such complexity and depth in this system. I think it's incredible. I'm loving this system. Okay, what do we do with this system though? Well, we start making our sword. Cool little cutscene. I hate watching it. No, you can skip it anytime you want. I'll show it this time just because it's a nice little cutscene. Well animated. Looks cool. But you can skip this if you want, so don't worry about, oh, but if I make a sword I'm gonna have to sit and watch the cutscene every time, and you don't have to watch the cutscene every time, so don't worry about it. Now, the minigame, again, that you don't really have to care about, but it helps. We have these grey bars, this white line, and these stars. The amount of stars you do represents the amount of times you can repair a weapon. Don't panic about repairing just yet. I know. Repairing, the people from the Zelda games, are Breath of the Wild and everything, are streaming in already, screaming about, oh, rapid degradation, it's bad. Trust me on this one. It's really not. You're gonna like this. I like it anyway, and I'm not a big fan of weapon degradation. So, your little hammer icon, you move it left and right as he moves the fucking sword on the actual thing. So cool. We want to get the grey bars as close to the white line as possible, basically. So we're going to do this. We're going to move along and do this. I'm not very good at this, I will say. You know? But this is the idea. We got to build this up. And the better you do, the more stars you'll get. And the more stars you get, as I said, the more times you can repair a weapon. And that was bad. That was a bad one. I shouldn't have done that. Hold on, let me do this one maybe. Okay, that was good. I would like to say I'm going to get this on the first go. I won't get this on the first go, but I'll try my fucking damnedest. As I said, I'm not very good at this, but I will try my best here. I will try my best. If I do that. That was awful. That was a really bad idea. But this is going to be good though, because this is going to help lift them up a lot more. I'll bring them down. Hey, maximum quality reached. It's not actually that difficult, but it's a nice little puzzle. Or you can ignore it, you know. Now here's the thing. If I make another sword, I can just remember the last time I did this, so I don't have to replay the minigame again. So you get 4 stars on a sword, you then have 4 stars on all swords. Does that make sense? A complex system, but one you can just ignore if you want, or really dive into. Again, that's what this game seems to do. It dives into things. What can we name it? You're going to name all your weapons, by the way, or just go with the cool fantasy name. We will name this. Do you know what? Just for the fucking laugh, we'll name it. I don't know. We can name it something fun for the moment. Everybody always calls it something like, oh, big chop or something like fucking ridiculous like that. But yeah, it's fun. You can name your sword whatever you want. For now, we'll just call it Hi YouTube, because we're cool like that. Cool with the kids. You can also put in, as far as I know, hold on, Hi YouTube. As far as I know, you can put in. Yeah, you can put in exclamation marks and stuff, which is cool. But anyway, yeah, you can name it whatever you want. There's no filter or anything, so I don't think, anyway. I haven't tried to name it. If you want to name your weapon something obscene, I don't know why you would, but if you do, you can. Then you come into your equipment screen, and you equip it. Pop it in here. Bam! It's actually a shorter blade than the one I had. But I think it'll do more damage. It will do more damage. Nice. Now I have 3 weapons. It's a little dinky weapon, but it works. You can get some ludicrously big ones. We will as we go, and as we get more equipment and stuff. We'll definitely get some better equipment going. But there is a hell of a lot to this game. A hell of a lot. Now, the other thing is that why would we need to make weapons all the time, Cal? What's the situation there? And you mentioned weapon degradation. Well, that's a thing. So as you can see, my Dorian sword is starting to break. We're going to rest to get our healing potions back. This is one part I don't like. I don't like how long it takes to rest. It's not like a From Software game where you sit down to rest and it's immediate, bam, straight back up. No. It takes a second. I don't mind too much, but I'm not a big fan of. Now, so this is going to do more damage to this guy. As you can see. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's pop in here and fight this nice man. Ouch! Ooh, nice dodge. There is a lock on. I'm not going to grab this yet. That's for a thing we need later on. There is a lock on. There is obviously lock on switching. Because, well, we need it basically. Whoa! Fucking hell. That is a troll indeed. Hello. So, time to take some notes indeed. Oh, God. Oh. Horrendous beastie. Yeah, so as you fight, your weapon will degrade. He just threw his... Yeah, you did see that correct indeed. Oh, fucking hell. He did indeed throw his shit at me. How dare you. You're not the headless ape. You're not allowed to do that. Hold on, I probably shouldn't be trying to explain the weapon degradation as I'm being attacked by a troll. Off with your head. Oh, never mind.
You can avoid that by mutilating it when it's dazed.
Mutilating it while it's dazed. Okay. So he's getting his health back. Mutilation. What does that mean? Well, mutilation is when I do a charged attack like this. Hold on, so let's daze him. And charge attack. Now you're the headless ape. And now we can hit your second health bar. So, some enemies have unique abilities that you have to deal with. Fuck. My reach is not great with this weapon. Now, I could have chopped his arm off or anything. I could have done anything. But chopping his head off will obviously completely take him down. And then we can finish him off.
Something tells me it won't be the last.
One of the coolest fights like that, I have to say, I've seen in a video game. Also with purple blood. I like that. I really fucking like the troll fight. And if bosses and stuff can do that, where they have different unique fighting skills and having to chop different parts off, and you know, I was able to chop his head off, which means he couldn't see me. I could have chopped his arm off, which means he couldn't swing at me. You know, there's lots of different things you can do to mutilate enemies and do different things. It's really fucking cool system, and it only makes me more and more excited for what else might happen in the game, you know. And that's this early on, by the way. This is literally the first zone you come to within the game, within the demo, and they're already pulling out the cool shit like that. Let's run over and kill these nice men. Forget it. So then I can tell you a little bit about some of the other things while I butcher these nice men. As I was saying about the weapon degradation system, as I try and get a parry in this nice man. I'm not very good at parrying in this game, I won't lie. Yeah, so as you can see down at the bottom right there, with the hi YouTube, heal, you can see that the middle part of my blade has become yellow, which means that it's wearing down. It's not going to break just yet, but it's wearing down. So as I continue to use that, it'll continue to wear down. You can quick repair using the left stick, the left directional button. Excuse me. But that'll only work a couple of times. It's going to continue to degrade to the point where the blade will shatter. That's where the stars come in. you can repair the blade up to the amount of times that you have stars. So I can repair this blade 4 times. It sounds a bit shit, but I mean, it lasts a good while. And to be honest, you're going to want to be constantly making newer and cooler weapons and shit like that. You're going to want to make cool fucking shit. And you're going to want to, like, there's so much you're going to want to do in this game that it doesn't really feel like it's... and it doesn't break as fast as, say... excuse me, a weapon in, like, Breath of the Wild or anything. Apologies again for the coughing. It doesn't break as fast as a weapon as, say, you know, in Breath of the Wild or whatever. Oh, here's another checkpoint. Thank you. Boom. Now, what exactly is the point in this game? I'll talk more about the weapon degradation as we go, as I potentially break a weapon. What's the point in this game? Well, if we take a look at our map, we can see here we have this area. I call it kind of a linear open zone adventure. What the fuck does that mean, Cal? That doesn't mean anything. That was just word soup, if you will. No, it wasn't word soup. It actually makes sense. So, think of it like, I suppose, like the modern God of War, where, you know, you're kind of moving towards a goal, and in moving towards that goal, you will find yourself in... Oh, you can see how much stronger this sword is, by the way, than the one we're using at the beginning. Oh, yes. See if I can get a parry. I'm not very good at the parrying. See if I can get one. Ready? Nope. Sometimes I'm good at the parries. This game, I'm not as great. But the parry is really good. Excuse me. So yeah, it's an open zone where you get to explore an area, there's tons of secrets, and then there's kind of one way that's the correct way to go. So for instance, this was one of the secrets. We can come up here, and now I have made my own sword. I can present it to the statue and grab myself a little...
new parts for this type of weapon.
Acquiring new parts for this type of weapon. Yeah. You know, now they are... I was going to say they're basic. They're not really. There's some good secrets. There's some cool things that I'm like, I like that. That's a good secret. If at any time you're lost, you can hold the up button.
Queen's soldiers have invaded this place. It's going to be hard to get out of here.
You'll need to forge bigger weapons.
And the game will kind of give you a hint. Basically a hint system. I've already been in here. This is the wrong room. Never mind. Never mind. Shut the fuck up, Cal. Here's one thing that I find strange. Randomly the game will do shit like that where it just sings at you. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, beauty and grace and everything in your face. So yeah, the sense of exploration in this game, I have to say, for me anyway, is really fucking good. I also love smashing things, and oh fuck, you get to smash a lot of things in this game, and it feels damn fucking good to do. You know, it feels damn fucking good to do. So do it, basically. And you'll probably be rewarded with either some type of crystal or gem or anything. Lots of different things. Hello. Oh, chopping people's arms off and shit. It is always extraordinarily satisfying. So you can see I'm slowing right down here because... Excuse me.
I can't wait to see it.
Can't wait to see. I love that they talk. He's quite calm, and obviously I'm in the middle of battle, so he's fucking screaming and yelling. But yeah, they do it all very well. Now he does actually have some uses, such as this.
Up you go, boy.
A
He can
little
open
higher.
up little secrets.
There! I've got it!
He can open little secrets for you, which is rather nice. Rather nice indeed. Ooh.
Kid, grab that.
That's a forger's crypt.
I mean, you can see the whole...
Cryptex unlocked. Your move, Aaron.
You can see the whole boy thing that I'm talking about. Here's another secret you get. If you get a Cryptex, it's your healing, basically. So, see, think of it as a healing upgrade. And you got a little grid that you can choose which way you want to go to get more healing, basically. Then you have your life, stamina, and then whatever these are going to be, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to find out what they are. You can see here the tons of different irons and shit like that we're going to get, which I'm quite excited for. I know that sounds silly, but I can't wait to see what other types of weapons and shit you can get and use and everything. Then you can see, as I said, you gain more information the more things you kill. A simple thing, but it's cool. And you can see he's building on the right hand side there, he's building the picture more as we go. Which I think is just fucking cool. Same with the trolls. And then you have all your different materials, all rendered quite nicely, I have to say. A lot of the details have gone into things like that. I mean, look at this. So if I kill 5 trolls, I'll be able to make this type of sword. And you tell me that doesn't look fucking badass. And I can tell you from playing the game that all of the weapons feel really fucking good. Really, really, really fucking good. You know? And I like the idea of getting different weapons and abilities depending on what enemy I've been fighting or killing or anything like that. Now, enemy variety, excuse me, is a question that comes up a lot. And a question that I'm sure a lot of people are very interested in. Oh, you're just fighting soldiers and maybe occasional big troll. Well, in this demo alone, there is a lot more than that, let me tell you. For instance, this secret way that is not even the way forward leads to this lovely glade. Completely, this is not the way to go. This is not the way forward, it's the side way. But what does it hold? A fucking water elemental. I wanted to fight this guy because he proves a cool point. He can switch where his armor is, which is so fucking cool. So now currently I can't hit him in the chest, but I can hit his arms. Whereas before I could... Ah, fuck. Well, I can explain it more when I get back to him, after I explain the death mechanics. When you die, whatever weapon you were wielding is left in your place of death. That sounds awful. Why would I want to do such a thing? Well, I could go and the holy forges have resurrected you on a sacred anvil. Your stamina and healing flask have been restored. Your weapons remain petrified where you lost it. Retrieve it when you want, whenever you want, which is nice. The compass indicates its position so you can always find it. And some enemies will also respawn. Let's go make a better weapon and go fuck that guy up. I think that's a jolly good idea. A jolly good idea. We had one sword that was good, but we also unlocked even better swords by getting one of them statues, didn't we? Aha, yes. So, grab ourselves this nice thing. I like the little chalk drawing he does. It's fun. Anyway, you can make a longer sword now, a 44-incher baby. Yes, that shall do, that shall do, that shall do. We can make a medium thing with, yep, this. We can give him, we can't give him a medium one because we don't have enough of that. We can give him this, and that'll do. So this is going to be even better. Now, I can just use my memory, so I don't have to play the minigame again. And I can also just skip the cutscenes. Now I have my sword. You know? We just call it Slasher. Why not? Slasher. I fucking spelled slasher wrong. Oh, God. Slasher. There we go. Good job, Cal. My brain. Clearly the cold and flu medication is trying to get to me. So now we have Slasher. And I know people are probably saying, oh, you haven't shown off spears or anything. It's because I haven't got any. But now we have 4 weapons, as you can see. We can swap them out as we go and swap the positions they're in and everything. And then you hold R2 and you can swap it at any time. This looks a lot better than the other sword, doesn't it? Yes, it's got a lot bigger hilt and everything as well. Right, I only have 20 minutes, so we gotta fucking get going here. But I mean, here's the thing. This is a demo, so you can come and play this whenever you want. And I would highly suggest it for 1. And 2, look at that. Yeah. See that? You fucking see that shit? For 2, come on, let me not die here. Very nice. Oh, there's a parry. Nice. You can see the parry system in action there. And we got a new steel type as well. So now we can pick up our sword. So now we have it back. Shit. Oh, we can see how much more damage we're doing. with this sword. And that's how easily we can fucking kill him now. See the difference? Do you see the difference? I think you see the difference. What the fuck is this thing? I don't know. They don't know what it was either.
My skin crawls.
Oh. It is one of the most satisfying games I think I've played in a long time. Like a long, long time. I have to say. It's so satisfying that it's, I think, possibly criminal. Because it really feels good. Now, it's not perfect by any means, shape or form. Like I said, graphically wise, it's a bit on the lower end, which is a shame, you know. But it's not the worst I've ever seen. And there's some genuinely nice bits and bobs here, you know. Like I said, it's not the worst I've seen. Now, I could explore here for a long, long time. But, oh, hold on. Let me get rid of him. I could explore here for a long, long time, but I do want to show you just some more of the enemies, just so you kind of get a feeling. So I will rush ahead. Excuse me, but do note that there is more in that village to be found. And you can do that by playing it yourself, let's be honest. But trust me, this is one of them games where you're going to want to go around and look at every little nook and cranny and kind of figure out what's going on in the world, you know? It's definitely a thing. And I love it. Hold on, let me get this going. And then, So these guys are going to need more penetration, if you will. And to do that, we're going to have to switch stances to our Pokey Pokey. That's why I may have called him Slasher, but he also likes to poke. Very nice. Now, this guy, going to be a problem in these streets. Very nice. So, mini-bosses. There are many. And they are fun fights. You're going to want to use kind of everything in your arsenal, really. Ow! And then not get hit by things because it's going to fucking hurt. I would suggest what you do is wait for him to swing. Get tired, and then get in there and give him a cheeky little ouch. Charlie, give him a cheeky little hit. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Whoa, hello. And that's what you do with that.
Take him down.
Thanks for the confidence, kid.
Rude. I never thought you could take him down. But as you can see, if I was to kill more of him, I would gain access to a Warhammer, which is very nice. Now, secret's down this way. I'm just going to poke my head down here because I want to show you something. This is something else I don't like in this game. As I said, nothing is perfect, and this game certainly isn't either. Ow, It's not easy either. It is very easy to get yourself killed if you become sloppy or if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Thank you. You know, I made a war axe, didn't I? A war hammer, so we can do this. We can do this statue as well. Very nice. It's very easy to get yourself killed. So, be careful, basically. Be careful, please. Be careful. Secrets abound. You cannot swim, but you can walk on this little side thing. Now, there's a cave in here with a troll, loads of enemies, and a chest. I thought to myself I'd be clever. Bait the troll out of the cave. So I'm going to go in here, give him a slash. And then bring him outside and fight him out here. Then I discovered something I'm not a big fan of in this game. The enemies leash, and they leash hard. Not only that, if you don't do it properly, they will regain health. Yeah, they regain health if they leash too far. So not a big fan of that, I'm not gonna lie. Now, luckily enough, I have the strength of 10,000 men for this one. You can see it there. So the only reason his head reappeared there is because he is outside of his cave. Now, there is, of course, some nice men in here. As I said, it's not just him in the cave. Now, they do hurt each other, which is nice. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I can see that being an issue in some of the more open areas, where you'll see now in this cave he doesn't regain his head. Because we're in the cave. And then I can easily kill him and gain the rewards. So, you may say a minor nitpick, a minor foible, but I can see it being an issue. I get that they don't want people to cheese enemies. Like, if I was able to pull him out of the cave, I could probably cheese him, but you see how quickly I killed him anyway, you know. Now, there are difficulty settings in this game. I'm playing on the hardest, as you can see here. Where is it? There, challenge. I'm on steel, which allows you to change difficulty effect. Oh, it doesn't say it here. But basically all it does is it increases your resistance to being interrupted, your recovery time, and the repair cost of weapons, and the damage that enemies can do. But it doesn't seem to... It doesn't change their health, which is good. So it might change how much damage they do to you, but it doesn't change, you know, the damage that you take type of thing. No, sorry, the damage that they take type of thing, which is nice. I like that. Now, we have enough time, I think, to do this. So this is another little area with lots to do in it. But see, look, he wants to draw the place so we can send him to camp. I'm not going to right now, but we have invisible enemies with daggers, which I like, by the way. I really like the daggers.
Never mind that. Keep writing, kid.
You know, I did on another time go through and kill enough to get the daggers, and I can assure you that the daggers feel amazing to play with. They're even better than the swords and the spears and the everything in this game. Everything feels goddamn good in this game. Oh, the weight behind things is just stunning. And you can turn off those camera sweeps if you want. You know, as you can see here, there are a lot of enemies, which I like, and I like that you can hit them multiple at a time. You can also play without having to lock on. You don't have to lock on. If you know the enemy, you can very quickly do it without locking on, actually. And to be honest, probably some situations it's probably better. There's side quests like this.
Have you seen that corpse?
It's a cursed paladin of the Aurora. If we find their name, we can free their soul.
Find their name and free their soul, you say? That sounds fun. What I like about the game is that everything is in the world. Everything feels within the world and within the realms of the world, you know. For instance, in this area, we can pop over to this tree, I believe. Actually, I think that's the name of the paladin.
It looks like the name of a cursed paladin of the Aurora.
Okay, they give you the first one pretty much for free, to be honest. Like the first one's free, as they say. Pop this out of the way. I'll do this because I'm hoping to show you a cutscene here, which would be nice to do. Hold on, let me kill this fucker. Now, you may have noticed a lack of leveling, because there doesn't seem to be any leveling. This isn't that type of RPG. Oh, he's going to do some special speech here. Hold on.
Taite!
Taite!
The youngest of the paladins. You'll find his story in my chronicles.
So you can engage if you want.
Yes.
Grab this blue gem for a quest, which I actually don't know what it does, which is fun. I get to find out what it does. But if you wanted to, you could go in and find out all about what he just said. The lore seems to be steeped, as they say. But yeah, there is no traditional level up in this game, from what I can tell. And I'm here for that. You upgrade your health by finding health gems, your stamina by stamina gems, and your damage by getting better weapons, you know. Now, let's see if I can... Can I do this cutscene? I can. So now I can show you a cutscene. So you can see really what you think of this game. And then we'll talk a bit more and that'll wrap us up nicely. Check out the facial animations. I do think that this game does have a lot of love in it. Even if some of the things look like they're from an older title.
Are you sure you said it right?
Of course I did.
It reminds me of, I don't know, it's a throwback, but in a modern way. The whole game. Animations, characters,
Good on you.
even the way they interact. Hello. A fair maiden.
Damn! Damn!
No?
Damn!
Excuse
the
me.
friendliest of hosts.
Never to see a sight like that as long as I
I like our mushrooms, though, in fairness. There's some nice quality mushrooms.
I surely will have no mistake about
Oh, you bastards! It's basically what she's saying.
One of them must be forged, that's for sure.
Ooh.
Those parkas, so much sweat for nothing. Now
nothing.
it's too late. I must go.
How do you think she's gonna go?
Chanterelle for later, so juicy. But for now, it's a cold meal.
Go on, is she gonna teleport? What do you reckon?
Wake up, you old hot carab! Wah!
Nope. She's got one of these fuckers. I also love that she calls it a hood crab, even though very clearly, as you'll see, it looks more like a beetle in my mind. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is peak fantasy.
What? First time with a hot carab? Something new for your thick skulls. What a pair of hicks.
Ooh. I know I was saying, by the way, earlier on, no spoilers or whatever, but I mean, this is completely out of context, and also, you know, it's to show a cutscene. I do want to show you what type of thing you can see, and what better way to do it than with a fucking badass cutscene like that, you know? Now, this is actually the end of the demo, which is a shame, and then it tells you, oh, go and buy the game type of thing. But no, overall, Blades of Fire, it's it's a really interesting game. In a lot of ways, as I said, it very much feels like a throwback to an earlier kind of time of gaming. It does remind me of Lords of the Fallen and stuff like that. But I think this is something we need. I think we need a game like this. Is it perfect in every way? No. No. From certain times having long loading screens to the texture work, the texture work and the graphics being a little on the dodgy side, to some of the systems being a bit too complex without fully, you know, I can say there's going to be people who are going to be like, I don't know what the fuck what's happening here, I don't know what's going on, you know. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's personally workable, but I can see people being like, I don't know what the fuck is happening here, and I hate it, you know. Let's make a spear, why not, you know. Some people might not like the weapon degradation system. Again, I personally think, ooh, a flamed head, very nice. I personally think it's good, you know. I personally like it myself. I don't have enough steel for that. We can do that though. But you can see here how this is all helping. A reinforced one, very nice, with strong timber. Let's forge that. You can see how you're really getting an interesting kind of game here. And do we not need more games like that? You know, do we not need more things that are interesting and unique and not the same thing again and again and again and again and again? Bit of this one, and then maybe that to try and... I've fucked this up royally, haven't I? Just a bit of this one. No, I fucked it. I fucked it. I'm not the best at this at all. Oh no, I did it. Never mind. Maximum quality. So even me, I can fumble my way through, you know. Pointy... Stabber. That'll do. Pointy stabber, yes. Very nice. But the texture work and the quality of the weapons, which arguably is probably one of the most important parts, which is the weapons, I think look phenomenal. Like, these weapons really look fantastic. And I'm excited to see what other weapons they have, you know? Excuse me. So, it makes me excited in so many ways. It makes me excited because I think we need a game where it's got interesting exploration and interesting, you know, mechanics and systems. And I think this game just nails it on so many different facets, you know? Again, is it perfect in every way? No. Is it a bit... Is the story a bit... like, again, can't really say because it's a demo, but... You know, from what I've seen, there's a lot of lore in here. Definitely. And not only a lot of lore, we've made a fucking killing machine, by the way. Oh, I love that there's different animations for all the different ways to swing a goddamn fucking spear at someone. Oh, very nice. Fucking chopped his arm off, too. Oh, shit. So yeah, like, you could... give him a little stab. Very nice. You can see how you can really get some fucking leverage out of this game. And I think... oh, and that's it as well. Illustrious Die. There is a costume system as well. Just on top, because why not? Because this is a game where, you know, we want you, the player, to enjoy yourself and have a good fucking time. So why not have some costumes that you can find as well? You know, overall, it's a game that I think is gonna... I didn't mean to go to the forge. Damn it. That's a bit annoying as well, accidentally clicking, but I mean that's my own fault entirely. It's a game made for, I suppose, I hate to say gamers because I hate that term. Ugh, gamers. Oh, I'm a gamer. But it's a game made for people who want to have fun and enjoy and have complex systems and not have things holding your hand or anything. You can also get all your stuff back by, you know, recycling your fucking shit as well. I fucking did it again, god damn it. God damn it. Oh well, you won't get to see the costumes though, because I won't have enough time. Anyway, Blades of Fire. A phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Little foibles here and there, and I suppose we'll have to wait and see the full game when it comes out. But that's why I'm always, I'm constantly saying, we need more demos, we need more demos, we need more demos. And this is why. Because with more demos, we can look at games and we can see them and we can say, wow, this is really good. And it's a sign that they're confident that their game is good, you know? And it allows people to take a first little look for free. As I said, you can go and download this right now and have a look. The game comes out next week on the 22nd, I believe. So the 22nd, and you can get it for €59.99 or your regional equivalent. And not only that, but at the moment, if you get it, you can get it for €53. For we can change our color here to these colors. Bit of an awful color, but I mean, hopefully some of the other armors are better. But yeah, so Blades of Fire, €59.99 or your regional equivalent. But currently with PlayStation Plus on the PS5, it is $53.99. Now, pre-ordering, I would normally say is not good, but you can try the game. So it's not like you're pre-ordering off of bad fate. So you're getting pretty good shit, you know. A game with minor flaws here and there, but overall I think a game that should be supported because take a chance, and more companies need to take a chance as well. And say, okay, this game might not be the next Call of Duty or the next, you know, whatever, but oh, is it goddamn fucking fun to play, and that's what I'm all about. Oh. Blades of Fire, everybody. I've been Kal Kavalech, and I think we found out what in the world is Blades of Fire. It's a damn fun fucking video game that I highly suggest you go and play. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like what you're seeing, please do like and or subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get more of these. We'll definitely be doing more in the future. I might do another video on the main game if there's anything else interesting that comes up. And I'll probably stream it as well if you want to join me. I did do a research stream for this one, so that'll be more we do as we go. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.